Oh my god, we're streaming. We're playing some Tiny Rogues on a Friday. How's it go, buddy? Let's play the tiniest of rogues. I feel like doing this for some reason. Hi, VOD people and VOD Wraith. Oh, he gets a special shout out all to his own? Let's go, Gadris. As much as I want that dexterity, getting an early key is also pretty good. How's it going, Livershot? How's everybody doing today? Boots or an uncommon item? Yeah, I'll gamble on just grabbing some boots. See if I remember how to play Tiny Rogues after all this time away. How's it going, Phantom Shaman? Friday Frogs Friday. Heck yeah. Do I want to do a thief set? Not necessarily. Yeah, I'll just grab the extra armor. It's fine. How's it going, Chef? See, any weapons that we like here? We'll do this one for funsies. How we all doing? I'm doing okay. A little tired, but that's my life. I'm always tired. A cursed blessing early on. No, we gotta get the early dice to really try to hone in on a superpower that I want. Alright, I'll live with the consequences of more curse. Give me this level. Alright. Superpower. Super drunk, super strong, supercharged. Let's see. And we are index based at the moment. Lightning strike and chain lightning scales off of all stats. And it's an on dash, so there are synergies with that, and then tick speed synergies as well. I was gonna make sure of it. That's sad. Let's say I don't have any companions right now. Considered having 3 times mana, gain 1 strength, dexterity, and intelligence per mana container you have. Never done that one before. We can try to lean into that. That could be fun. Cold damage against burning enemies. Oh, that hit me. I refuse. Oh. Superhero special move again. That jump thingy I just did. Oh, let's go on Firewolf. Radiant damage counts as dark damage, vice versa. Radiant damage to melee weapons, but it's an offhand, and this is two-handed currently. More armor, and your melee attacks inflict armor break. That's not terrible. Yeah, okay. 'Cause we ain't punching no more. And I already got some lawful, so let's just continue to lawful. All these are relatively cheap, so let's just get them all out of the way, and now we don't have to think about it anymore. Would 3x times mana containers mean that when you spend 1 mana, it reads as 3 for the purpose of spell sword? Potentially. We will have to do some investigating. Well, it is mana container. So, yeah, I don't know. How's it going, Sally? The Twiddler. Boy, howdy we twiddling. How's it going, Scaldata? Intelligence, sword. I guess I'll take the gold because I don't have any, and having some gold could be useful in my life. What was the power? The power is super magitech metabolism. I'm considered to have 3 times as many monostars as I have, and I gain stats per mana container I have. So the equipments I want to find are equipments that give me more mana containers, and then I want to just buy more mana containers. Also, Blue Doom, thank you very much for the 52 months. How's it going? Dragon Scale armor. Oh, a little too heavy for me right now. I can use that to upgrade something at some point. I only have 10 gold. I do have 2 keys, but a Cursed Blessing is not bad. I am indeed twiddling. And I'm the superhero, and I mean, the Twiddler is the hero that we all need in our lives. You gotta try for that cyborg Trinity build today? I mean, we can try. We've failed consistently, because if you're ever trying to get specific gear, it never works. But by golly, we can try. Maybe we go for guaranteed set item and we look for the magitech armor stuff, because that's kind of the wheelhouse that we're looking for. Oh. Thought he was gonna die before that went off. Just keep twiddling. Strength for skill effect stuff. Man, I'll blow some golden dice early. Why not? Extra damage at close range isn't terrible because of our twiddling. And that would incentivize us to keep twiddling. Is the hat still in the game? Depending on what hat you're talking about, definitely, probably, maybe. I don't know if I want to get too much more cursed than this. I don't want int to continue to be my highest stat if I'm twiddling. Ooh, that's a tough one, but stats. Ooh, more Berg stats. Well, Dreamer is automatically plus 100 power. Alacrity is also nice. So, but Dreamer kind of goes with what we got going on here. So that's just 100 power, pretty much for free. Oh, magitech blasters are better than the Twiddler for kind of what we're doing, because we got it. We're going full magitech. Oh, that's pretty good. Because we're gonna have a lot of extra mana containers for that. Bun, you're sounding unusually interested in the guns. It probably has nothing to do with the fact that it would replace something else, right? Pure coincidence? Maybe. Also, I sold the armor boots. I should have put the armor boots back on and took off the war boots and sold those because I'm not going to be doing close range stuff as much anymore. Okay. And then we'll keep the Twiddler to twiddle in our hearts. I could sell these, I could sell these, could sell this. Honestly, could sell this, but we'll keep it all for now. And honestly, we can do that, and then at the blacksmith we can upgrade it one more time, assuming we get the money, and I could get more money there, but now int is more important to us again. Chain coif. I mean, sure. Blacksmith we don't have the money for. We probably should have sold some of this stuff so we could have had the money to just upgrade that. We could spend a key to make more money by opening a golden chest. I can roll. Twitch chat is being stupid. Yeah, it don't always work so good. Rare item or a charm? Honestly, I'll go for the rare item. vampire get vampired. Luck and curse are greater than the two values. That would give me some luck right now. That's not terrible. So I'm not using the Frostfire ring at the moment. It's just a good and an evil shop, not even a law shop. Don't want to spend my souls because I want to save them for getting mana up. I think I'll get the bombs because I think I'm going to be pretty happy with this weapon. This will probably be my long-term weapon. Let's see, elemental damage, attack speed. I think I'll take this opportunity to sell some of this stuff. This is technically useful right now, but I'm going to sell it right now just so I'm not finding more of that set, because that's not the set that I want. And if I'm being honest with myself, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to sell this stuff that's unnecessary to maximize my money. Let's see. Yeah, we're trying to do magitech stuff because my superpower, it gives me extra mana stars, and I get stats based on those mana stars, and then power per those mana stars, and then damage per those mana stars, etc., etc. Does my damage count as elemental? Is energy considered elemental? I don't think it is. I'll definitely get you. I'll definitely get you. Honestly, I'll get you. I think I can live without the rest of that. I'm not doing elemental damage currently, and it's cursed, so it costs a little bit more. That's pretty expensive. I want to keep some money in my pocket. I do need the magitech set. That's what I'm hoping for. None of these are going to be as good as what I got, but we'll take a peek. This is +2 and enchanted, so we'll grab that to sell. Alright, extra stamina recovery speed for the rest of our lives. You know what, let's just... do that. Okay, Wander Staff. You can wear it an offhand with two-handed weapons. I mean, this is a two-handed weapon, so that would be useful to us. We only have one reroll, so we can live with Titan Grip for now. That means that we can use an offhand if we find one. Slowly upgrade the weapons. Then I just look for stuff. Hey, look, an offhand. How about that? Okay, I could find a companion. I know there's a companion that gives mana containers, but I think that is specifically a trait pet. The magitech set, I want to say, is either a helmet chest piece or like a helmet accessory, something like that. So I might roll trying to find either one of those slots or just set item. I'll do it. I could settle with epic. Helmet, I do believe, is one of the slots. So even though epic is probably better on average, helmet gives me the highest chance of finding the magic set. Headpiece and chest, Magus' head accessory. Yeah, that sounds right. Ugh. Frickin' robots constantly get in my way. Oh. It let me get away with something there. Alright. Meteor Helmet does give me more mana, but it gives me melee damage per mana container I have, which this ain't. So it scales with my stuff, but it's not what I'm looking for. And it's awkward. But it's kind of sort of what I'm looking for. Alternatively, I can grab this for the luck, but that would actually not net me any luck because I only have 2 luck because of my 2 curse. And it wouldn't give me any luck because my curse would still be greater. I could take this and just be like, if I get the full set, just be sad about it. Or I can re-roll. This would make me stronger right now, because it's the equivalent of getting 3 mana stars. And, you know, an extra armor is nice. But if I get the set, I'm not doing magic damage or melee damage. I'm doing range damage, so I get nothing from the set bonus. I think I'm going to be greedy. Weapons that upgrade level 4 or higher inflict intimidate on hit, which is melee focused. This is aura stuff. Grants bleed damage, which we don't do. Well, I mean, 25% damage with guns and cannons. This is a gun. So that's fine. It will take away from our luck. I'm not going to put it on yet. I'll hold it because I want to keep on lucking. Alright, our stats have statted harder. And our magitech blasters are blasting blastier. I might go for the blood chest. It's a little spicy because I don't have any more potions, but this is a tavern floor, so I can fix it in a tavern eventually. Wow. I just don't want that. That blood chest looks like I won't have to sacrifice jack squat. I gotta stop getting hit with the easy stuff. Well, there's the Sheriff Boots. And a Tiger Charm that I'll actually use. Well, it lowers our luck by 2, but the boots give us a 20% lucky hit chance with guns and cannons. And then this gives us just 25% more damage, and then we'll do an extra 100% damage on the lucky hits specifically. Probably fine. Heart containers, probably not bad. Yeah, we'll just get rid of it, take the money now. Getting a lot of use. All that extra power means I need 1 bomb to do multiple things. Okay. We have a downstairs. I only have 1 evil, but I already have the evil from the black market, because I'm considering re-rolling looking for the cleric to get rid of my curses. We're definitely going to do this. Let's see. Grab more keys. Souls is good because that translates to more stars eventually. Treasure find's pretty good. Damage against bosses. All this is good. How's it going, Succulent Quarter? Could get the keys. But that's 17 gold, and re-rolling is 10. If I want to enchant my weapon, that's 30, and that's not a terrible idea. But if I re-roll, that's 10, and then if I decurse, that's going to be another 20, which means that I can't do that and enchant anyway. So I have to decide what I like. If I get the cleric in 1 reroll, that would be ideal. If I don't, then I'm just wasting money. I'm gonna try it. This guy only sells regular illegal gun parts, not the super illegals. I can't get down there because I don't have keys anymore. Alright, I got it in 2 rerolls. I can still afford it. Don't have enough for the enchant anymore. It's a little sad, but what are you gonna do? You keep attempting to play Noita? I'm so sorry. We don't have gloves, so that's fine. Angel charm, meh. Handcuffs is actively bad. Mana recovery per mana container you have, which is hilarious. My mana recovery would be ridiculous. I can just dive from the sky every other turn, but I'm using that at the moment. I guess I'll just take this for now. But it's not very good. And then don't want any of that because we just need to save stuff. So I'll just grab some money. Don't need you. Curse blessings can be quite good, but I just got rid of all my curses, and I don't have a key. I'm gonna get the key. If I find like a big treasure chest and I don't have a key on hand, I will be sad. Oh, big dex is good. I'll grab another key. I can use some more bombs. I'm getting pretty low on those. Equipment for gold. I probably don't have enough gold to buy anything meaningful, so we'll just get more gold. More int. Oh, you just body checked me. Rude. Big dex is good, even if I gotta eat a curse about it. Alright, helmet. We'll continue to hope and dream. The Magus cap is not what we're looking for, but it's not anti-synergistic, at least. Other than the fact that it requires the amulet slot. But it would theoretically allow me to find other things better, I guess. Also, I want to use my skill more. Do I want to use my skill more? Says who? My weapon? I mean, I deal damage with more mana containers. And I don't know what you're talking about. Speaking of more mana. More mana. So we're doing a ton more damage. We got a ton more stats. Ultra Zombie, thank you very much for the 23 months. Wanted to check in but need sleep because you fly on vacation in 7 hours? Well, good luck on your vacation. I just got back from my vacation and I did not fly. I drove 17 hours. This is very long. Hopefully your flight is shorter than that. I can't drive to an island. I mean, you can. It's just harder. None of these are exactly what we're going for. Well, I guess we could take Ice Conjuration if we have to. Nope, never mind. That one curse. 8%. How's it going, Tiny? I'd rather shoot yourself in the foot again than drive for 17 hours. I did it essentially twice in a week. It wasn't even that bad. May or may not be sucked into a book right now. Books will do that. I have enough gold where if I see like another set piece thing, I could essentially afford it. Honestly, or just that. And then set item stash is definitely something we're interested in finding. Lederhosen and a soccer kit. It's the least valuable things here. And yeah. Well, actually, no, I'm not even gonna pick them up then because that's gonna mess with what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. Was there an update to this? Yes. I mean, at a certain point. Not terribly recently. Insight. Haha! Power is power. Would be useful at that point. Honestly, just get rid of the reach charm, I guess. Because, look, that power's doing something with power. And then, set item, sure. Thought you might have missed an update. No! Not yet. Not the set I'm looking for. No. Can't do it. Sadness. I don't have any reroll dice. Gotta save all my souls. It seems like Ruby Dev is trying to remake the game again. Yeah, he gets stuck in like that sometimes. He's incredibly ambitious. Demolition boots. Not what we're looking for. This would be our last key, so it's something to consider. Well, if we give up the gun set and 25% damage with our guns, we will get another mana and an 8 just absolute butt ton of magic find. And some stats and more damage with this and all that. Alright. 3334 to 6901. Oof. That damage did go down considerably. I thought the extra multiplier would help balance it out a little bit. But apparently not so. I think it's worth it short term, because we can leverage the 18 magic find. And then when we're ready to, you know, get to the real business, we can put the sheriff belt back on. How's it going, Manitoban? Aren't there magitech boots too? There's all kinds of magitech things that we just have to find. Let's just work on just getting some experience, honestly. That pawn shop. There's a tavern on this floor. I want to have money for it so I can enchant this gun. We have a lot of things to sell. Okay, and then I think we keep the rest of this. Wow. These are terrible. This might be okay if I get, like, the pet that gives me mana, but even then, that feels like one I'm going to reroll. I can use more bombs, but equipment for gold gives me more options. Modifiers your movement speed. Apply to the companion damage. Debuff effect. Well, I can make insight even more powerful. 10% damage per curse on me. Accessory, no. My accessory is pretty covered. If I'm not worried about using the block, then this is just more power. But, nah, I like the block. I'll use my last bomb here. How's it going, Ravenblood? I think I will get rid of my curse. And then I think I will reroll the room so I can enchant this weapon. And or if like the bomb seller comes up, I can buy some bombs. I don't need the lawfulness from the red dice guy. I wouldn't mind the red dice, but I feel like I'm going to be using a lot of money here. Oh, what did this one do? Oh, no, I just do this one, right? Plus 5% damage per mana container I have, and I have 80 billion mana. I never think about this particular enchantment because it's usually not that crazy, but for us, it's pretty crazy. You're like, how Arcane is still snubbed. Alright. Well, that's a considerable amount of extra damage, potentially. Considering we have, what, 18 mana containers, technically. So, it's a bit more damage. Yeah, it's about 90% more damage. That's pretty good. Let's see. And then we could just grab a couple of these. Just to maximize our damage. One for the road. Yeah, we can't get the dice, which is sad. Okay, 2 of the extras on me. Alright. Alright, I'll take those. Random consumables could have had dice. It could have. Well, I guess I can look for a companion just for the fact that I can keep using best friends forever. Are there any companions that work with what I'm doing precisely? The only companion I know that gives mana containers is a trait one. I don't think there's just a wild one. And then beyond that, wasn't there a mana pet? Yeah, but I think it's specifically a trait one. I don't know. I'll look because, I mean, having a companion's not bad no matter what, but who knows? Some of these additional riffraffs. There we go. we go. More dexterity at the cost of strength. More skill effect for when I do my dive bombs. Or more damage based on gold I have, which I don't have a ton of gold, but I can try to get more, I guess. It's not like I have rerolls, so I have to decide on these. Now, whatever one I pick is going to be 3 times as powerful as it says, so I'll get 0.75 damage per gold I have. I will get plus 15 dexterity, and I think minus 15 strength, so that's a little scary. And then, like, plus 75% skill effect. Which is powerful, admittedly. Yeah, I think the toe is too scary to take, because I like having some strength for carrying capacity. Admittedly, I have like double what I need right now, but it's almost exactly double, and that would cut my strength in half, so, The problem is that this is specifically for skills, which I don't use that often. This is too scary, so I'm going to get the pig. It's not very exciting. But, oh, and it rounds up, so it's 1% damage per gold and not 75, or 0.75, so that's nice. I guess it's because it's plus 300% and not it becomes 300%, so. Alright, so then I can just stockpile some money. And then that'd probably be fine. We need bombs. If you lose, you turn the pig into bacon. The nice thing about my ability is that if I see a room like this, I can just go, nah, and then leave. This is what I was hoping to find. So now I can get 2 mana stars at the end of this, or at the beginning of the next floor. The money is tempting because of the piggy, but I do need to get this last level going. Ooh, burger tempting again, but I do want to potentially utilize my magic find here, but oof. Ooh, this is a tough one. It's like magitech chest piece, looking for then the magitech helmet. So then I can put on my sheriff set again. Would be nice. I still don't have gloves. Yeah. Let's try to utilize my magic find while I'm possessing it. Sylph gloves. The tailwind shenanigans, which would nerf my pig. And then a shield. All enemies are considered dragons, which I don't have the dragon set. So, weirdly enough, I have gloves and I don't want to wear them. So, nah. cheese. That's not bad. Blacksmith whetstone doesn't do anything for me. Zealot gloves. On the tally of 50 attacks, gain plus 20% attack speed for 8 seconds. And the other part is a helmet, which is... nah. Yeah, I don't have a key, but big dex is big dex. Alright, let's just stop taking random hits. And then, I needed 2 keys to get in there, so grabbing the 1 key wouldn't have done anything to get me into there. So, I'm not going to be upset about not being able to get into that particular room. That room wasn't for me. Use my 1 key to look for another piece of equipment, or use my 1 bomb to get money to do more damage. I'll do this. Alright, I gotta stop taking hits here. And then I'll salad and level up, I guess. That's 20% more damage right there. Okay. Buff effect for point of equip capacity I have. So 40% is fine, and I guess sharpshooter is fine because I do attack at far range. Either of these is probably fine. Yeah, sure. And then while we're here, do I want to just... all of these are technically doing something. Since I got the pig, this is technically doing something. This is technically doing something. Because I got insight, this is technically doing something. This is doing something. This is definitely doing something. And obviously this is definitely doing something. To hit far range, you probably need to hit the furthest point of it. Far range isn't that hard to do. I am considering rerolling either this, or both. Just to YOLO into something. I mean, I have 3 obsidian dice. Yeah. Heavy draw. Half of my strength also applies to dexterity scaling from ranged weapons. I mean, I do have 29 strength, so that's... yeah, but I'm overpumped on that. I have 51 dex, and this can only utilize up to 40 of it, so I don't need that. That does actively nothing, technically. How's it go, explosion? 2 steps ahead on dash. And we're back to overwhelming presence. It's like we never left. Alright, well. Set item. And then we'll just kind of hope for the best. It's not like we have any gold dice or anything. We'll just kind of wing it. And then after this fight, we'll get another Monostar, which will be nice. Honestly, I'm just going to do that now, because I'd rather be safe than sorry. Was diving, what did you miss? Trying to be magitechnical. Come on, those aren't hitting me. How dare you? You know, what if I just do this? 4! Well, here's the completed set for the Zealot helmet, which means that I would get more attack speed more often, and then I'd have the set bonus where the attack speed bonus would be doubled. I'm not evil, so this doesn't do a whole lot for me. I don't have aura radius. That doesn't do a whole lot for me. How's it going, Superman? I think the Maga set is better, to be honest. Yeah, but I do more damage with the Sheriff belt on, which would already break the Maga set. So then it becomes a situation of, does losing one Monostar offset getting all of the extra attacks in? How was vacation? It was pretty good. So, I mean, I don't have any golden dice, and the other two were actually worthless to me, so. I technically can use the magic find for one more floor, but I'm interested to see. All right, my damage here. So about 45 to 97. Okay. So this is still just more damage flatly. And I get the benefit of more attack speed shenanigans with the Zealot stuff. Let's see. Did I do anything fun on my vacation? No, I got to see a bunch of people. It's like, went out to dinner with a bunch of different family members. Went out. You basically just visited a lot of people. I wouldn't say, like, we went out partying or anything, but I got to see a lot of people. Yeah, we don't have any other tally skills other than the one that is on this set. Alright. That pumps up our damage even more. The plus 10%, plus 10 plus attacks per second with a 1 in 5 lucky hit chance means your DPS is even higher. That is true, because our lucky hits with cannons now going to do more damage. The Sheriff Belt itself just does 25% more damage. Yeah, we shoot a little faster now. We don't have the bombs. I was gonna say lucky hit chance is probably pretty good for us, but alas. What's my critical hit chance? 40%? Yeah, okay. Not too worried about my companion damage. My companion's not there to do damage for himself. So we'll do this. Enigma armor. Well, I mean, that's better than my dragon scale armor, I think. A little more armor, so makes my weapons a bit stronger. Gives me some more of that magic find. I get some of that back. We'll go for the blessing. Did he use some experiment? Hey, look, more magic find. I'm gonna take the lucky hit chance, though. You could have switched to the Magus before opening the chest. I could not, because the Magus cap has attunement, because they thought of that. You only get the set once you're attuned to it, and I have to do a whole room before attuning to it, which means that you can't cheese the system. I don't think I have any trigger damage currently. Potions. We like potions. Pain room for crit chance or a couple bombs. I'm gonna get the safety bombs just in case I really need that bomb to open something. Boots or charm? I guess I'm gonna get charm out of those choices because my boots are pretty locked in, I think. Hi, Gary. Take out the robots real quick. How's it going, Fluffy? Oh, Gary, don't lose your head. Evade, crit chance, or treasure find per point of good we have. I don't think we need the evade. The crit chance is probably fine. Oh yeah, the zealot set is also making my tiger charm twice as good. That's not bad. Do I give up 5 power for 5% crit chance? The power does affect my insight. And, you know, just general damage. 3 intelligence. We are overcapped on scaling for that. And we would gain more crit by doing that, so that's probably fine. Yeah. I already have 100 power. You can have more than 100 power. I have 105 power. It's just that past a certain point it scales worse. But you can have over 100 power. Alright, time to drink them if we got them, and we got them. That's the same one we already had. How dare you? Let's get some more crit damage in here, I think. We don't have a key for that trapdoor. Shame. Let's get a key for any future ones we are not particularly likely to find. Yeah, well, gamble with curses. More stats from companions. That's more damage from me. And we'll take it. Nothing personal, kid. Teleports you into traffic. Oh, alright. One of our last opportunities. Oh, God. These duplicating guys with the frickin' poison shots is always a grand time. Alright, I gotta stop getting hit like an absolute bad person. Okay. Assassin gloves. Nope. Probably not going to need that key this late, so we'll just grab some crit damage. There we go. And then I guess we'll repair our armor because we're not getting any more mana. Remember the 5 Ds? Dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Alright, well, here we go. Insignificant! Well, alright then. I couldn't quite pull off the full magitech sauce because the game just wouldn't let me. But it's another new superpower that I haven't really messed around with that we made some fun build with. That's why I like the classes that have unique traits, because I feel like you can play the game in a completely different way with them, which is why I think the superhero and the Esper might be my two favorite classes to play at the moment, just because you can do neat stuff with them. Alright, someone said shoot for the cyborg dream. I'll do it. I think I'll do a cyborg run and then I'll do an Esper run. And I think that's how I'll live my life today. And then cyborg is just get every stat forever. Well, the blessing would have been nice, but if you're gonna offer me some large meat, I am obliged. Well, I can't get into the event. It was locked out. Hey, a vigilante mask. I can be a superhero again. Dash, grant swiftness. All these kind of suck. Guess I'll grab that one. Alright. Early dice. We take early dice. And then we always take stat. Stat forever. Do we just give up crits? We can just give up crits. Just crush. I can repair my armor. It is true. Because of my old nano suit. Look at me. I did it. Hey, plus 100% damage with crushing hits, and I do nothing but crush hits. Time to be a cyborg with a baseball bat. I wish I had more ways of healing, because that's just, I was gonna say free stats. It's painful stats, but it's stats, gosh darn it. guess offhand. Alright, floor 2 double legendary? Sure. Okay, we have some options. Are there any sets that we want to go into? Otherwise, I can just get the shield of super attack speed. The ring, get every set. Bunny says shield. Hat, gloves, and boots will be taken. I mean, only if we find them. I have a way to settle this. I have dice. I decided it was going to be 1, 2, 3 for the shield, 4, 5, 6 for the ring. And I rolled a 4. So now we're on the look for set things. All right. I can't go into that beef door. That's upsetting. Well, I already have 100% crushing hit chance. Person. Explosive force, I guess, is alright. Alright. And then I guess I'm gonna go for the potion because I literally can't do that. Not gonna live with the curse right now. Get something to sell. Alright, I did just say that I didn't want to get cursed. Dice is good, but this could be stats. How's it going, Grataka? I can't ignore potential stats. Hey, look, stats. I really would like to heal in this tavern, despite the fact that that exists. My weapon isn't impressive enough for you. I don't have a key. I could Santa. Nah. That could have went better. Helmet. I mean, one of the big stat items is a helmet. Alright. Well, we do have exploding attacks, so demolition gloves is interesting. Devil horns is just damage per evil, and I'm not evil yet, but I could get evil. I haven't decided if I'm going to do evil or good yet. So, yeah, I guess we can do this. We'll get rid of our laser knuckles. Although, the set bonus, I didn't, stop to actually look. The set bonus is worthless to us. Absolutely worthless to us. Unless I change Resolute Technique at some point. So, there's that. Don't have a key to get into the Royal Armory. That sucks. Always have to take stats every time. I thought I was going to kill him before he did that. I can't blow up both things, and stats are more important. There, I should get a key. Demo set would be great. Well, I mean, we have the demolition gloves, but the set bonus is worthless to us at the moment. Arcade. We can't blow it up for stuff. So do I get the 2 bombs, or do I just try my luck? Eh. Nunchucks! It did not give me bombs. I feel lied to. Ugh. Ugh. All enemies are considered dragons. I mean, that doesn't do anything for me. We have golden dice. It's guaranteed set. Let's try and find something a little bit better. This is actually a little bit better, because this fully repairs our armor upon entering a floor, and then with the with the set... No, it's the helmet that gives the heal. Yeah, I mean, either way, it's fine. Although, this is stats. Wow, why is all this stuff super expensive? I'll grab you because you're not terribly expensive. You forgot why Cyborg wants stats. Cyborg's whole ability is all of the stats additionally grant weapon upgrade levels. So, my baseball bat that I've never once upgraded in my life is plus 5.2. Ideally, I want equipment that scales with weapon level shenanigans. That would be ideal. Yeah, nanosuit. And I think he does have one base armor, because that's +1 armor, that's +1 armor, and I have 3 armor. So, yeah. Other set bonuses that do stuff with weapon levels? Yes, I believe both wedding sets do. Rage is fine, honestly. You guys are gonna hear that dinging for a little bit because I'm gonna be stingy with that vial, so I can try to repair an armor and a health at the same time. All enemies count as dragons and fiends. Orbital speed. Woo. I don't think I need companions for gold. I think I just need gold. One key, Dragon Slayer stash, yeah, sure. Can't do both, I'll just do this one. Alright. Regret my actions. Your flask can repair armor, but it is not something that it will do. It won't do both. It's one or the other. That's unfortunate. better weapon. Ugh. It wasn't very pretty, but we got there. On hit, 45% sure. Energy beam, sure. This does not leverage strength, which is my highest stat. This leverages all of my stats. Clever is stats. That is true. But this leverages all of my stats more. But it's two-handed, so I won't be able to use the shield. Although this is also two-handed, so... The only one that I can use right now would be this one. No? I guess we'll try it. I'm not going to waste a reroll on that room. I'm just going to get bombs here. Not convinced that I like this any better. I like the range, but everything else about it is pretty meh. More two-handed stuff. With all the ding-dong two-handed stuff. We got plenty of stuff to pawn. Let's make some money. The one is just the Molotov without the boom. And it also doesn't scale on all of my stats. So it's a little different. I think I prefer the Molotov. I don't want either of them, if we're being honest. I'm going to keep the bat for now. I'll just rock these two for now. You know what? I'll spend a bomb to get a bomb. Alright. That will get us another good, which then means that we can get these for cheaper. Honestly, we'll do the Santa gamble. I do not need handcuffs, thanks. I don't want to enchant any of these weapons. I guess I will go get some dice about it. How's it going, T-Rock? Wow, all of this kind of sucks. Well, if we're leaning into explosive stuff, let's lean into explosive stuff. Really trying to throw the book at me. We should just take the chef's hat because that's more stats. Well, Wanderer Coat's also more stats. Okay. So we should take one of these two things. This is more... It's probably, it might be less stats overall, but it makes my XP acquisition quicker so that I can get traits faster. This one is every time I see a food reward, there's a chance that it's just more stat, and more stats, more better. I think. Events are typically once per floor. Yes. There are some shenanigans where you can get more events, but that mostly involved Santa, who doesn't exist anymore. We definitely didn't go infinite events with Santa before. Totally something that didn't happen. Why did they get rid of Santa? Santa still visits you in the tavern. You just can't play as Santa probably until next holiday season. There might be a toggle for it. I don't know. I was hoping for stats. So you're saying there's no video evidence of you doing infinite event things? Absolutely, probably, maybe not. I'm going to waste a key on a single stat because that's how stat-pilled this character is. He's just crazy enough to do it. Nimrod's update. Yeah, I killed myself because I didn't have the extra soul heart anymore. Well. Oops. Could get that soul heart, but I'm gonna get the key. It's fine. Equipment for gold. Plus 100% damage with crushing hits. That's not bad. I'd lose an armor, but I'd gain 2 hearts, so I won't die to pain doors. It is a bit on the heavy side. Still not even wearing boots. I think I'd do it. Being over encumbered just makes me slower. It's probably fine. Haha! Hat paying dividends, giving more stats. Just walking into bullets like a foolish person who walks into bullets. Nah. Make my laptop go crazy with damage. If I can find the golem boots, or the Goliath greaves, or whatever that would set me up for victory. None of these are the boots I'm looking for. I'm crazy enough to roll for it. How's it going, Raven? Hey, look, I could be Santa. On boss defeat, get a gift box. That's not what I need right now. That's not the Goliath Greaves, but they looked similar. I got my hopes up for a brief moment. For now I can take these Hercules boots. I already have part of this set and I don't need another one, but this makes the explosions hurt more, whereas this just makes the explosions bigger. But I'm gonna get the Hercules boots and fix my movement. I need to buy 2 things here. These are the 2 cheapest ones. Meh. I'm gonna keep holding on to my souls just in case I find a good use for them somewhere else. Well, immediately get stabbed in the face. Eh, get the flask, I suppose. I think we'll go Dragon Slayer stash. I took that hit for no dang reason. Staff of Unlimited Power. Plus 25 power per upgrade level. Hey, a legendary weapon that utilizes stuff that I'm doing. We'll have to throw away the shield for it, but it's something I'm willing to do. Okay, so we have some amount of power here. 150 of it. We could go blood chest. We have flasks these days. We don't even need the Hercules boots anymore because reasons. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. +1 to fire weapon upgrade level. It's not fire unless I enchant it with fire. Let's see. And then 25 armor, and I can upgrade it the last time. But now we have 200 power, and we'll only keep getting more. Yeah, that seems okay. Let's see. Yeah, all of that seems fine. Maybe I'll try to find a different helmet for when my days of being a chef are over. I like the fact that the Staff of Unlimited Power I got while being a good boy. Speaking of being a good boy, this is good, but it's in the same slot as this. This increases my necromantic damage. This does lightning damage. I would get a free necrosis aura. If I pick this up, it gives me more opportunities to find the helmet part of this. So I could pick this up just to try to leverage that. I think I don't hate that. So I'm going to pick this up, and then because we have that, we're more likely to find the other piece of it. The fairy hat did have stats. I should have looked at it more deeply, but I was just thinking. That was my problem. waste my one bomb for money. No, I'll do this in the hopes that I can find something worth selling. Gains +1 upgrade level per 10 strength you have. Well, it does get upgraded slightly. You're the least upgraded, but you're enchanted. I'll assume you'll sell the most. Your attacks inflict a stack of crush with crushing hits. Crush deals less damage when inflicted with ranger magic, which we are doing magic. But we are attacking very fast, and all of those attacks are indeed crushing. So crushing their bones with electricity is still pretty okay. Well, we're at max good. Guess I'll just get the movement speed. Curse Blessing is tempting, but I really need the money for the stuff coming up, so let's... I'll waste a bomb here. So that's kind of fine. There's the tavern. Alright, we can go downstairs. We can enchant this weapon. We need to save like 30 gold to upgrade it there. Potent extra top end damage. That's exactly what we want for doing all of our crushing nonsense. I guess we go down here. Let's see. All right. So we'll do that. We'll go in here. We'll do that. And I guess that's as good as we're gonna get for now. Rare item, body armor. Set item. Oh, come on, you were underground. How did you hurt me? You did get something to do with infusions, did I? Oh, yeah, the 25 plus 25% infusion effect, which is pretty whatever. This one will give me armor and mana, and then I will get more magic damage per armor container. So this will give me plus 60% damage because it'll give me an extra armor. Like, that's fine, but is it fine? Damage over time per weapon upgrade level, which is hilarious, except I don't do any damage over time right now. Is the meteor helmet good enough? It might be good enough. Although if I find the good ring... But this is only giving me lucky hit chance. Although I think the helmet gives me damage based on good. I'll take this. I won't even put it on yet because I want to use this chef's hat for the last floor that it's relevant. And then I will switch to that if I haven't found the angelic hood. Oh, not getting in there. Well, I guess I'm going to use that key immediately. All stats, all time! Oh, Chef Hat putting in some final work. That is net stat gain, technically. 275 power. It's not bad. Yeah. We'll see what we can get just from... more lucky hit chance is not bad. More explosions. Not getting in there. Yeah, we'll risk it. Ow. Oh. That was worth it. This has the chance of being 5 stats, where the other one is just 1. Do a little bit more gambling. Top end damage. Ooh, top end damage is good. 5 dexterity is a whole nother weapon level, which is also more power. But top end damage is good because all we do is crushing hits. This is probably better. Hurts not taking the stats, but that was the correct option, I think. Offhand or accessory, which is pretty whatever. I think we do this now, and then attune to that, so we get the extra 60% damage here. And then, yeah, alright. Got him. Offhand set that I would get the set bonus for if I wasn't two-handing. Now these gloves are just giving me damage or explosion radius and then a set that is doing nothing. These fighter knuckles are actually better for me. So I will get rid of the demolition set because I don't need it. Which means that this ring is only affecting this meteor helmet right now. I'd love to find a set on my boots or something. Am I even doing explosion stuff anymore? Yes, my attacks have a 40% chance to trigger explosions on hit, and then my explosion damage inflicts vulnerability, so they take more damage. So I am doing explosion stuff, but this just affects the radius, which is whatever, and then the 100% explosion crushing hit chance, I already have 100% crushing hit chance. So it wasn't doing much for me. More stat. Always more stat. Crit chance does nothing for me. Oh, more stat. More bombs, I guess. More stat. Ow. Damage with non-critical hits. That is all of my damage. Thank you very much. What's my lucky hit chance right now? 10% baseline. You can do a little better. Charm, I guess. Get back here, you coward! Oh, come on. Get out of here. Thank you. Plus 1% damage cursed hits per gold I have. No. Melee. Boss defeated. Well, last opportunity to do that. I guess I'll get strength because it's stat. Because why not? Fire weapon upgrade level. Do we have one of those? No, but the other one wasn't doing anything either, so it's like, yeah, whatever. Theoretically, if this was enchanted with fire, it would become a fire weapon and then get a level. It's probably not going to happen here, but just know that it could. I am doing fire damage now with this infusion, for what that's worth, I guess. It doesn't make it a fire weapon, but it should. You know what? Whatever. Get the keys just in case. Hey, +1 to weapon upgrade level, you don't say. That's very tempting, but since I do nothing but non-critical hits, I think that's just real good. You know what? I was just thinking I needed more power. Now I'm up to 350. Tick speed robe. No, not what I'm looking for. You going Palpatine today? What are you talking about? I'm good. I'm the good guy. I'm just using this lightning to break their bones. Someone said they didn't want me to spend the souls, so I won't. Got him. Yeah, it turns out Staff of Unlimited Power on the cyborg's pretty not bad. I will say that the set ring that we got was fairly disappointing, considering we were wearing one set at the end. Meteor might deactivate it. Thanks for letting me know at the end as I died. Alright. Now I guess we're doing Evil Esper. Shield would have been useless due to two-hand anyway. Yeah, I mean, I could have tried Titan gripping. Early dice for Esper is nice. You can try to fish for something a little better. Grab ourselves a key. Helmet or uncommon item? Let's go for uncommon. Uncommon is uncommon on floor 1. Alright, get him, Teddy. Man, you got somewhere to be, Minotaur? Always running around. There we go. Angel boots. No, we're not going to be good today. Here, you know what? Let's see if I can will some ice into existence. For the person whom I'm not even convinced is still here. Oh, then it gave me the free good anyway. How dare they? And Pun's like, I'm here, I swear. Hey, look, a machine gun. This child is now armed and dangerous. That one wasn't that good. Not convinced its gun is very good either. Its damage is somewhere between 0 and 1. But it'll do. Body armor or charm. We'll go charm for now, I guess. Oh, no, I walked right into it. Alright. Pew, 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 pew. I can become a bear to hang out with my bear, and we can be bear bros. But I don't care about my skill effect, so I don't think I will. Nah. Not particularly interested in any of those. No Kuma 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 bear shenanigans. Not today. Are you getting them, bear? Because I'm over here. Just trying to live my best curse-free life. Don't worry. It'll die one day. Jeez. Well, can't use that right now. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Oh, I didn't have stamina for that. Yep, okay. This is my life. Alright. Yeah, okay, we're gonna start that one over. The Tommy gun sucks, and living as the Esper early sucks, and not getting my first talent early enough sucks. Should get that, and then just maybe shoot for getting extra health early or something. I don't know. I feel like I want to be in Dex most of the time with this character. Usually rush the first level up no matter what. I try to be at least somewhat considered. Alright. Armor. Swiftness. I'll get the slightly lighter, slightly rarer armor, I guess. It did give me the evil that I want. Poison sickles, a scorching staff, or a slime wand. This will probably be best early. I think your video driver crashed. That's not good. Okay. Burn ticks deal more boss damage and non-boss health damage. Your attacks gain a 10% chance to trigger a fire burst. Ooh. I don't know if I've done that one yet. And I do currently have a burning weapon, so it's also good for me this second. And then I would want to stick with strength int, which is kind of where I'm already at. I have done elemental complexion. I haven't done time dilation, but that's mostly because I don't really like her skill that much. So, well, we'll go with this one. I purposely chose the not mimic variant of this room because this way I actually open up a chest, which gives me more credit towards getting stuff. Nort, thank you for the 15 months. Did a hilariously successful run as the cyborg with the super defense trait. Very nice. Let's see if we can find the burn set. If we're going full fire mode. So, Raven, you said cyborg. I think you mean superhero. Because super defense, super rich, all that stuff, all that is superhero. Let's see. I could just get equip load capacity so I don't have to worry about it. I did go for set. If I'm looking for the burn one, you know what? I'll burn an early golden die just to see if I can get lucky. I did not get lucky. All these kind of suck. So I'll just grab that, I guess. Alright, we want strength and int, so... Oh, look at all these free stats. This weapon's probably good for now, so go over here. Soul Art's fine, I think. Ow. Oh, of course there was a poison. Oh, I'm just gonna take 1,000 hits. That could have been better. Let's see, let's get another level in the books here. Have I done a run focused on the asteroid defense scepter? I think I have once. None of these are exactly what I'm looking for. On skill used, trigger 3 meteors. So it's like if I use my skill, I can do fire things, which is fine. My bear is making my trigger damage do more things, I suppose. Explosions aren't necessarily fire related. I did just do that. Guess I'll do this for now. Let's see. missiles, movement speed, some keys. Oh, that one's a little expensive. I think I'll grab you. It's probably fine. That's a lot of stats. All right. Go accessory, I guess. Meh, and bleh. I guess this helps right now, but ugh. And then no evil shop, because why would there be? Yeah, oh boy. Nature damage. Ooh, that is a giant treasure chest. Honestly, so I don't run into similar situations that I did last time, let's just heal up now. Golem armor we had last time. Windglaive, Slither Wand, Colossus Machete, Dust Talisman. This looks like a whole lot of stuff I'm going to sell later. Absurdly large, but still one-handed weapon. Well, they assume that you're strong. Ooh, an epic armory. Now we're talking. Moonshine, Abyssal Bible, Skull Wand, Spider Summon Tome. None of these are very fiery. I guess I'll take this one to sell. Spider a reroll. I don't got any rerolls. That pair would give me a level, but the blessing could give me burn tick, or just tick speed things, all of which would be helpful for what I'm going for. Crit hit damage is fine. I'll do the safety repair. I'm not going to level up the Scorching Staff because I don't think this could be my final weapon. What's the best way to build a caster in this? Does dexterity affect magic attack speed? I believe dexterity affects all attack speed. So, like, it's fine. All of the stats baseline are good. But some are better than others for what you're going for, and they influence what kind of trait you're going to find. Like, for example, these are not exactly the ones that I'm looking for. Got him. Ow. Damage at close range. Attack speed of magic weapons while standing still plus 30%. If I can stand still for a period of time, that's something. This is armor, which is something. Eh. Let's go with the set item stash, because we're looking for the burn set. If we can find it, that'd be lovely. Look at all this standing still I'm definitely gonna do. Conjurer Hood. It just wants me to have so many more friends. Well, that armor is spent anyway. Do more damage, my companions. I'm not going to spend a key for one int. Yeah, the Flying Nimbus would allow me to stand still forever, as far as what it counts. I've never got a good Nimbus build off the ground. Pun somewhat intended. I don't need a whole bunch of potions this early, so I'll spend a bomb to get some money, because I can use money at this point in the game. I would like that pawn shop, but the Curse Blessing could give me tick speed and or burn ticks or burn damage shenanigans. Or just +5 intelligence, that's not bad. We'll take that. This isn't bad. The chocolate's not bad. The Dragon Slayer stash could be okay. I'm probably gonna go Dragon Slayer slash, if only because I don't have any flasks at the moment. It's probably fine. Armor's not bad. It's the kazoo! Certainly could have been better. You don't think there's any standstill stuff that's good? I think the electric piano is not bad. None of these weapons are what I'm looking for. So I guess I'll take the one that'll probably sell for the most. Alright, that fills out our evilness. I was gonna read the bow. Yeah, we need more strength. There's gonna be a tavern this floor where I can presumably heal, so we'll peek in here. Ruby Wand is a one-handed variant of this weapon. I don't think it's got necessarily all the same characteristics, but could be okay. I guess you're the cheapest thing I got here, so. Oh, was that the plasma or the laser rifle? We'll never know now. You did your part to try to spread the word for Ultra C and for roguelike viewing. I appreciate it! Gold rooms additionally give fancy upgrades. Do I like that over the patient gown? It does have an armor. It's pretty heavy. Yeah, don't need it. Okay, repeating crossbow. Evil wizard staff. Deals extra damage per point of evil I have, which is very good if I wasn't all like, I need to do burn stuff. It's like that goes great with our dust talisman. Well, actually, except that it's two-handed. Stop trying to give me tailwind sets. I don't want it. Yay, tailwind. Bye, tailwind. If it's not the fire set or maybe the conjurer set, I'm not that interested. In fact, you know what? This dust talisman too? Get out of here. Take that. Do I do anything with this? definitely talking to you. And then I guess we're gonna go into the set item stash over the event because we're just gambling at this point. I do not have an aquarium set. Everyone gets mad at me for that, and then I'm like, I'll probably change that one day, and then I don't because I'm forgetful and I'm set in my ways and such. Sell it gloves and a raincoat. Exciting. I don't even want to pick them up because I don't want them to influence my life. So I'm just gonna leave them there. I got enough money. Fist damage, shock, armor, all this kind of sucks. Honestly, I'm gonna take that bratwurst. Why not? Curse lollipop, sure. And I lowered my int, and then I got 8,000 million more int. It's an exact number, by the way. Burn deals 100% more damage and deals damage in an area. Boosh. Relevant. Trait tomes is tempting, but I do need more strength, so I can try to get the burn stack talent. Would be nice. One, two, three, 4. Anything more than that is dangerous. Explode. You know what? This is how we guarantee that I'll get something better. That's just how it works. Now that this is fully upgraded, I'll find something better. My accessory still sucks. I'll keep on keeping on it. Oh, come on. You mean the laser beams still hurt? +3 luck. That'll help get things off the ground at the very least. Crit chance with damage over time is interesting. But I'm going to do that to try to get more stuff going on here. Don't need any of that. We'll look at trait tomes, see if we can't spy something we're looking for. Hey look, the arcane familiar, we were looking for that. Otherwise, but no, we don't really want any of those. Curse blessing. Stats from companions, I suppose. I have a couple of things to pawn, but not a ton. I think a shrine is potentially more beneficial. Lucky hit chance. Alright. Extra stats from charms. I would get some benefit from that. I don't think I put it on yet. I think we'll hold on to that, but it's not bad. Does combustion specifically trigger explosions? It does damage in an area, but it's not considered an explosion. It is AoE, but it is not an explosion. Soul Forge, super don't need that. You know what, Bratwurst is fine. If I had a different weapon, Pocket Magic would be good for this ruby wand. I could take Pocket Magic and just be like, the second I find a weapon that's better, I keep this in my back pocket. And I can save all these rerolls for my last upgrade. I don't hate that. Never mind. Reroll. Astromancy's not bad. Entropy is not bad. This allows my fire burst to go off more often. This allows the burn to go off more often. You know, we'll go with that one. Pocket Magic Build requires excessive tick rate increase. This doesn't require it, but it certainly helps it. I guess I can pause, that's fine. I guess we can just get rid of that one dex. Legendary! On floor 8? Ow. Oh, stupid jerkwad. Take it easy, Raven. Well, here's that phalanx again. The devil cloak is for the evilness, but that gives me lots of curse hit, which I don't really care about. I could just use this, or I can roll for glory. I have 3 rerolls. What would I want? I mean, I could also get a leprechaun frock for what that's worth, I guess. How's it going, Coffee, now? How tiny is the rouge? About that small. This is pretty tiny. I think the king's helmet's the best of these. Eh. It's like, this isn't bad. It's just not exciting, and it's not specific to what I'm trying to do. So you know what? We have an opportunity to gamble. Let's gamble. 20% damage per armor container you have. Your blocks count as armor, so this is like 60% extra damage. The Conjurer Talisman that goes with the Conjurer Hood, which would give me even more bears. More fire damage, which is sort of a thing I'm doing, but obviously a super weak choice. It's like, it's fine, but I almost want to just keep rolling. But what am I looking for? Maybe the fire boots, maybe legendary stuff. I don't think I can show you. I don't remember if I can show you legendary weapons specifically. If I do this, it will make my trigger damage do even more damage. Yeah, fine. Bear Brigade, I guess. Hoping for a luck charm so I can use the accessory. I mean, we can find more charms still, I'm sure. Do I probably should just get another heart just for absolute safety. And honestly, I'll just work on trying to get this last level going here. I walked right into that. This is floor 9, so I can get a little spicy if I can make it to the tavern. Ooh, speaking of spicy, all of this. Bears, are you getting them? There's like enough of you. Go get them. Alright, taking that now is like extra spicy. So I'm gonna do that instead. Volcanic Codex inflicts burn, and on hit 10% chance to trigger a meteor that does fire stuff. The problem with that is, I mean, I guess I can put fragility on them with this, and then volcanic codex with that. And just kind of see how they just do if I just kind of let them ride. Yeah, it's not bad. I'll get a couple extra bucks. I think that's all I'm gonna sell for now. I have enough money where I'll go in here just to check. We did not take pocket magic. Oh, hey, look, Nimbus Cloud. How about that? I mean, I do still have the sorcery gloves. Alright, perfect. I'm standing still. My attack speed with magic weapons is higher. I'll spend it here, I guess. Alright, it's just the same, essentially. What's my lucky hit chance currently? 35. Because I have the astronomer thing, I should go really into that. Oh, I think I misclicked and got a lot of beer instead. Oops. Yeah, that's a whoopsie. Oh well. Saw earlier at work that Bun was trying to get streamer luck. Well, did she streamer luck? Yeah, let's get some charms. We need charms. Whew. Just set it and forget it. Suppression, stats from dexterity, ice orbital. Suppression doesn't get doubled from that. Let's dig for a better charm. Movement speed. We do have a lot of int. This would give us sneaky hit chance, because we have 60% sneaky hit chance that I'll probably reroll that at some point. But no. Or burn damage per heart container you have, you know? Yeah, okay. It's not a charm, but it'll do. I don't think any of these are the kinds of charms that double up for the mystical belt, which is sad. The zombie charm might, but then that gets a little scary. Because, again, zombie charm is not benefit. So, nah. Hold on to stuff for... Well, actually... Burn damage per heart container I have, so I am, strictly speaking, incentivized to just get more hearts for more burn damage. Okay. Okay, modifiers to my lucky hit chance also apply to my tick speed and my orbital speed. Well, that's not bad. But we have plenty of rerolls, and not bad isn't necessarily good. Can I find the fire stacking talent? Actually, Hand of Hearts is actually really good for us. Because that means we're not reliant on the Clover Pendant, so I can switch to the Mystical Belt whenever I want. So, now our lucky hit chance is crazy, and because of astronomy, we're extra likely to do stuff. Do I want the extra curse? I don't need the int too much right now. I think I'm just gonna grab these bombs. Just so I'm pretty sure I'll be all set on bombs for the rest of the run. Yeah, so if we can find charms, that would be lovely. This is already max level, so that's not doing much for me. Honestly, trait tomes, I think. Could be an idea. Skill effect. Modifiers to my lucky hit chance also apply to my crit hit damage. Oh, that's quite good. I also think I can just get rid of you do I get rid of you? Because we have 5 pets. We can go down to 3 pets, but still get more of the trigger damage percentage. And then potentially... Here's what I'll do. I have 2 obsidian dice. I'm going to reroll the trickery. If we find something really good, then I can use this scroll on, like, the strong together. If I don't find anything good, then this is our get out of jail free card. Zoo Utopia. You and your companions deal more damage per companion I have, which incentivizes that I keep strong together. Damn it. Well, it was a beautiful dream. Although then, I still... No, you know what? No. I refuse. You can't make me. Vision quest. Oh, yeah, okay, we're getting rid of you. I think there's a chance that this is just more damage, because that's an absurd amount of additional crit damage. And I crit almost half the time. Even more trigger damage. Floor 10 event is usually either just some extra souls or the chaos and plus 10 curse, which then I can double into 20 curse because it's a charm. So there's that. Or I can just get a blessing and try to get like more useful things. Oh, last minute magic find. Don't need that. I have 4 gold. That is not amazing. Rainbow potion. Charm. Not even gonna try to roll it. Give me a good charm, gosh darn it. Ow. Death, don't stand in the volcano. He did. Extra attack speed? That's fine, honestly. I guess we'll just work on this now. Because my lucky hit chance is still over 100 without it. And And then once I attune to that, I'll gain another 10% attack speed. I'll have another 4 seconds of invincibility after taking damage, and I'll have another 3 intelligence for what that's worth. Cursed Blessing is tempting, but trigger damage I feel like is my whole kind of bread and butter here. Alright, so now we're juiced up on those. We don't need any more lucky hit chance because we're already over 100%. Crit damage we can do. Yeah, I'll do this one for safety. Why not? Is there any bonus for going over 100% lucky hit chance or crit chance? There's a couple of items that do stuff with like conversion rates and things. A couple of traits. I think there's a trait where you can trait your lucky hit chance percentage also gets converted to like tick speed and stuff like that. So there's a couple of niche interactions where having over 100% could be beneficial. But typically, it's like, meh. I got the power. So no innate super crit type stuff? No. Alright. Here's where I'm going to find both pieces of the burn set in this one chest. Just waiting for me. Or rhythm anklets. You know, that's not bad. Icy volcanoes. I think I shoot specifically for charm or legendary. Well, alright then. The one nice thing about this weapon that I hadn't really considered is that I can set out the volcanoes and then I can use my skill. That said, didn't work out for me right there. Look at the meteors flying from the sky. That's not what I'm looking for. The Devil Charm, I don't think is is it affected by the Mystical Belt? I feel like this is one of those ones that wasn't, but it's still pretty good. And if it is, then it's really, really good. Because then that would be 80 power. Yeah, it's not affected. I remember that and just being disappointed. I mean, 40 power is still good, but in the name of the mystical belt, it should be better. I feel like since it's a legendary, and I don't think there's anything game-breaking about any of the things that don't double doubling, I think it should just double anything. Maybe I'm just a loose cannon, but eh. Well, burn tick rate, sure. It sounds like a wood chipper in here. No, it sounds like a volcano. 3 of them specifically. Trait tomes. Maybe we can find something really awesome to tie the whole thing together. Companion damage per mana container? No. Occasionally. It's like that one's not awful, but it's not great either. I'm probably not going to spend these souls, but I'll look to see what they have, just in case. Nothing great. Just, hey, look, nature damage. All right. Time for the final countdown. Doodaloo-doo. Doodaloo-doo-doo. There he goes. These volcanoes, quite angry. I'm just walking into damage now. Oh yeah, I'm invincible for like 12 years. So don't worry, I'll just reflect all of your damage while you die to volcanoes. Alright then. Me and my 5 bears. Just living our best life. Let's see, how much was my... Yeah, that fire burst was doing a considerable amount of damage. Yeah, on a flying cloud, no less. Yeah, with my sorcery gloves. I did a standing still build. I mean, if I had, like, the E-guitar, or the E-piano, it would have been more feature complete. But, there we go. Fiery Esper was done. I haven't done that one before. That one worked out pretty well. As always, not how I planned it. I didn't get the fire set that I wanted and all that. But if I'm going for specific gear, I almost never find it. That's just the rule. But, yeah, that's a good place to call it. It's a little early, but we completed our 3 runs. And that will wrap up our admittedly short week because, you know, I haven't been here. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. Business as usual next week. So I hope everybody, enjoys the rest of their night. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.